Hi, I'm Joey Bull and I'm here to tell you about the wonders of my yellow band. So, this is a super light, portable, easy thing, cheap, inexpensive, the whole works here. So if I've got it around a fence post here. I've actually put it around something that's not much friction. So let's start on posture. I'm going to give you just a few examples of each exercise. This one is great for sorting out posture and that round shouldered look. Then you could also do circles, another one that works nicely for the back and brings back posture. Our whole life sort of spent bending forwards and delivering everything forward, so we end up round shouldered. Then to open up the chest, these are just mobilizing exercises, so they're almost sort of remedial things. But I'm going to get into some resistance stuff in a moment there and both ways. This one again to the side is a nice reach over, so we're bending the spine in all directions, but it's meant to go sideways, forward, just about keeping a healthy spine, that kind of one. You can activate it a little bit more with the leg behind. So really what this is all about is the versatility of the band. Now let's go for the backs of the arms. This is often an area that people like to, especially girls, like to work. See how I'm flexing it right behind my, this is a super light band. There are ones which have a lot more resistance in them, and you can find them all over the place. Not so easily the really easy ones. See how I've doubled it up too. So if I wanted to do a chest exercise with a bit more resistance, I can bend it over like that. That's moving on from that. Now taking it off the post, shoulders too. I've always been, whenever I travel, this is what I take, and it is all I need to take. You don't want to be carrying around all sorts of heavy weights or other equipment here. So long as you have the imagination for it, there's lots you can do with it. So a nice shoulder press there, you can break it down and do smaller parts of the shoulders, so you've got your normal flies in there. Then I'm going to move on to the legs a little bit. So already, actually there's one I've missed out already, and I'm doubling it round now, pulling it back. Here's your back exercise. There, so I've worked shoulders, back, chest, rear shoulders, and some remedial stuff. Going back to a little bit of remedial, but any of those of you who've had shoulder issues, you might have been given exercises like that for rotator cuff problems. It just goes on and on. I mean, there's so much that you can get out of just this piece of equipment. So here's the fancy one, around the legs, Mary Quant, mini skirt style. Not too tight, you've got to be able to move in it. And then sitting out as such, like that. A bit of a strange one, I know, but it's actually to activate the glutes here, the abductors, which are quite hard to work. Then I can slide it down, hang on to my prickly post, and work the hamstrings by causing a bit of tension in the band, kicking back there. Notoriously difficult to find an exercise for when you're on the go without your gym equipment. And since this is all the day of trying to make the most of home equipment, this would be the place that I start. The other one was still legs down there. So I've just worked the hamstrings down. I'm working the front of the thigh. This is the very part of the thigh that supports the knee. Another bit of a rehabilitation one, but also what they call the vastus medialis. Leg extension in the gym. Then we can move on to the glutes. So this is all to, this little film that I'm doing now is actually because I wrote an article for the Tyneside. So welcome Tyneside viewers. Oh, if you want to know where I am, I'm in Snowdonia. I was going to say, if you can identify the mountain behind you, behind me, I'll give you a band. But there's no mountain, there's just sheep. I'm in Snowdonia this weekend. Okay, so this is the glute exercise that I'd go to. Then of course there's a whole sequence of exercises that I could do on the floor, but this isn't the patch where I fancy lying down. So already with the legs, I've done front, underneath, around the back side, and then if I wanted to get a little bit fancy, I could do squats like that. And one last thing I want to show you is tying it around your waist. This is more of a sport specific one, but it's kind of fun to get a cardio action. If you don't have much room at home and you want a little bit of resistance and you're sick of skipping, you can do all these little things. Tie yourself up to the wall. Run, 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 run. That kind of thing. And then run and skips. Endless stuff that you can do just with your band. If you want to have one, I can actually, if you can't find them, you can order one through me. I think they're about £4.50 plus the postage. Just email me at joey@joeyball.com. This isn't deliberately a sales plug by any means, but I know that it's a job to find the skinny ones. Don't think they're weedy, they can be butch too. So there we go, the wonders of a yellow band.